the things you want is fine. What you gonna find within all these roses? Never so, gotta know it's alone. What you gotta know is all about a song. So many faces, many ways to you. I'm coming to tell you that I'm still loving you. And I know you won't like it. When I came to her, make her feel about this like I'm needing her. I hope you're gonna strike it, but she never knows. She said she knows about us like a freaky hole. I kinda know it's all about this in your anger. Make me feel about the thing that make me linger. Oh, thing that at home I could make you. Reason to feed your love, your head, I wish you better. From New York to Mexico, I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, now in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem and New Vancouver, Africa.
Girls in my girls' world. Girls with purrs that do the right Brazilian, that makes my eye blur. Fat booties, of course, without germs. I'm a bad boy, except I ain't Diddy. Swerve and masturbate, I ain't with it. So girl, if you wanna take me to your teepee, make sure you're ready to play that stoosh baby. Like ring around, my style, suck a dickable, not the huggable. Big breast, hope you be your boy, I'm black dickable. Calling girls Indian and I'm a cowboy. Big thing, despicable. Keep it low, no media drama. I got my girl and she's a bad mama. You got your man, he got too much muscle. Girls, I like but no hustle.
Girls from New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, now in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem and New Vancouver.
Shake your body, work your body, move your things, girls, twist the punani. Put my shit down in your radio. Wave your hands, girls, ready for the show. Licking, whipping, hot chicks, lesbian, ready with the champion, ready for partying. Don't tell your broker that you're here with me. Vai gostosa, come here and follow me.
Girls from New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, now in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem and New Vancouver, Africa. From New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, now in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem and New Vancouver, Africa.
What's your name, mommy? ¿Cómo te llama? Niña. We love girls all around the world. New shit. Kaysha, Mike and Billy. Organized place. One time for your mind. Let's do it now.
You're so good. 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 You're so good.
Yes, 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 yo. Welcome to Club Shada episode 368. Wow. 4 years of Club Shada. Can you imagine? This show started during a proving time for all of us where we were all stuck at home. Damn, let me change my glasses. Same glasses. There you go. As I was saying, hi everybody that is watching on YouTube. And today, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitch, no other platforms, just YouTube. Because that's where we started 4 years ago. Happy birthday to everybody that has been part of the Club Shada, the people who arrive in the middle, the people who arrive in the end, the people who arrive, the end. Not so long ago, and the people that were there for the first ever episode. And that crazy that we've been here for 4 damn long years. This show started exactly on April 17th. April 17 of 2020. Yeah? Was 2021. I don't remember. Let me check on my YouTube studio. Let me check on YouTube. Club Shada 001. So let me see. Don't even find it on YouTube. Oh, okay. I see. Give me a sec. Put your flags in the chat as I'm. All right. Club Shada episode 1 with Bodhisattva started. It was 4 years ago. It doesn't say the exact date. What? Huh. Back in the days, it was called. Sushiro Vibes. I forgot to turn off that fridge. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of it soon. Let me look. 17th of April 2020. Wow. With Bodhisattva. Look at this. Ain't that beautiful? That's beautiful. What would you do without your friends? Né? So yeah, listen. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to me. For 4 years of a new adventure. 4 years of creating content in a different way other than music. 4 years of being able to express myself on various subjects. A lot of subjects. We talked about everything from conflicts around the world, music business in general, relationships, had conversations with other people, invited other people, and I plan to do more. Because I love having this platform where I can express myself in places where I cannot. And this is brought to you by ShadaWare.com, the gods of good fortune. Thanks to our stream royalty, SOS Music CV, and of course all the sponsors who are helping out this show with their super chat. You can become the stream royalty for the month of April by donating $4 on YouTube. And let's see who's here. First of all, I have to call Bodhisattva to congratulate him. Oh, Lil Maro is sending me. Why Lil Maro is sending me a private message instead of replying? By way, go. Let me call Bodhisattva to celebrate with him because he was there on episode 1. So of course, after 4 years, I have to call him. And if he doesn't answer, ça veut dire qu'il fait trop le malin. Ah, tu vas me snobber comme ça live. Vraiment, vraiment. You see, people? Let me send him a message. Let me send him a voice thread. Écoute-moi bien, toi. Quand je t'appelle, tu réponds. Tout le temps. Tu me laisses pas sonner dans le vide. T'as cru que j'étais qui? T'as te pu? Yeah, I'm live on Club Shada. It was just to celebrate and tell you happy birthday because you were there at episode 1. And it's actually also probably the birthday of Quarantine Groove, Monday Quality Talks, all our shows that we started 4 years ago, all these YouTube stuff. So, yeah, call me when you have the time. Connard. Sorry, don't mind me. Don't mind me. All right. Hey, listen. Listen, all of you that are watching, if you have any questions about the experience of doing a YouTube show, about my feelings about this whole show, this whole thing, go ahead in the chat. That would be great. JMG representing France, big up. Oh, Zhuzhan, welcome back. I hope you are doing great. I hope you are doing better. Are you out of the psychiatric hospital? I'm joking. I hope you are doing great. We are happy that you are here. We love you. Never forget that. You know, when it's dark in your head, when you have somber thoughts, remember that you are the princess of Club Shada. Karim, what it do? Emery Agnon, what it do? Master Electronic, thank you so much. PN, what up? Thank you so much. 4 years. Dali, what's up? PN, what it do? Is that Kenya? I'm not sure. Canada. Black Free Thinker. What up? Syracuse NA. Merci Yananou. See you soon. I'll be in Paris soon. Thank you, Juju Zhao. Joel Amen, thank you so much, cousin. Yes, everybody put some hearts in the chat for Julie. It's important. It's Burundi. Yeah. All these flags that look alike. Sometimes I just... Black Free Thinker, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Go ahead, listen. If you want to do, we can do. I would not call it as. I would not call it a. I wouldn't call it a 4-year Q&A, but in a way, it is kind of a Q&A about, about running a YouTube show. I think it's a very interesting thing, and I've learned a few tricks of the trade. For example, when you are live on YouTube, it shows you how many people are watching at the same time, right? And you have to always be careful to not be distracted by this, by the numbers. Like, listen, sometimes you could be live. Let's say you go live, but not at the normal time, or at a time like, listen, nobody's there. So if you know you're talking and nobody's watching, or there's only like 1 or 2 people watching, or if you just see 0, because here on the screen, you can see like how many people are watching at the same time, right? So you could just be here and saying to yourself, like, who am I talking to? Like, nobody's watching me. So I'm talking to a camera, but nobody's listening and nobody's saying. Or if your chat is slow, you're like, nobody's talking. Like, and sometimes people are watching, but they're doing something else. So they're not on the chat. Sometimes people are watching, they're cooking, they're driving, something else. How do you get used to just having your message across and not relying too much on the fact that people are here or not, or the views are dropping or not, etc.? I would suggest to people to not even watch the numbers, or hide them depending on the program they use if they can, and to always treat your live stream as you recording something for the people who will watch in the future. Because what I learned from Club Shada is that there's way more people that are watching the episodes the next day than people that are watching while we are live. Usually during a live stream, it's between 100 and 200 people that come and go. Like, and after 2-3 days, when I look at the numbers again, it's like 1,000 people. So that's why I realized that whatever I'm saying, I'm not just talking to the people that are here right now. I'm also talking to the people that are watching after. Listen, some people might be watching this episode in 10 years. And that's the beauty of creating content that is evergreen. Like, the things you are saying now might serve somebody in 10 years. Oh, listen, maybe my daughter, I'm with my daughter, she's 6 now. Maybe when she's 16, we're both sitting on the sofa and we are watching this episode. That's beautiful to be able to talk about things. Listen, I would have loved to have, I don't know, 200 episodes of a podcast or a video show like this one of Bob Marley, for example, talking about everything, explaining the songs, the creation process, about whatever. Like, and the beauty of today is that it's not just about artists you love or it's just even just people. We have the possibility to leave our thoughts of the moment and update them on a medium that is a video with quality that people are going to be able to watch in 100 years. That's beautiful. And if you can make it a business, even better. Like, yeah, if it can generate you some income, you can have ads, you can have, okay, cool. But even if it doesn't generate you money, like, or like this generate, I don't know, not even 1% of the money I make, but still it is an amount of content that is growing my YouTube channel. So I don't view content as one. I view content like pyramids. To do a pyramid, you don't put one block. You have to have thousands of people that are building block by block until you have the whole pyramid. And every content I do is the same thing. It's the same for music. I don't make songs, I make catalogs. Same thing for this. I make 368 videos of 1 to 2 hours. Then you can cut them in different little pieces. So there's probably 2,000 videos of Club Shada content already that people continue to watch. That's the beauty of it. Like, the more you do, the more you watch, and you never know when all of a sudden it blows up for whatever reason. So I believe that the way you have to treat content, especially in a world where there's so much content coming from everywhere, you really have to treat content as the pieces of the pyramid that you are trying to build. And whatever your job is, if you have an Instagram, a TikTok, OnlyFans, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're building, a blog, you have to make sure that everything you do, every single piece of content that you create is part of a bigger ensemble. And I've been doing this for 30 years this way. Everything. I never think about, and you know, every time I worked with an artist, I always told them, yeah, if we do an album now and it has success, it's great, but that's not what is important. What is important is if we do 10 albums in the span of 20 years. That is, to me, way more important. Like, if you look at most of the people that I work with today, is people that I've been working with for years. Like, Malcolm Beats is 36, I think. We started working together. He was 18. Lil Maro and we've been working since 96 together, making beats, working on things. We worked on albums. We worked in different studios. We've been signed to Sony. Then we were out. Then we did this. And we are still creating pieces of content together for all of us. And you really have to think long term. Short term is only used to serve what we're gonna do for in service of long term. So listen, I can't wait to celebrate episode 400. It's in how many episodes? 32 episodes, I guess. Yeah. And then I can wait to celebrate episode 500. That's probably gonna be in 2024 or beginning of 2025. And that's great. That's the beauty of creating content for a long time. And you know, the thing about creating content for a long time is that you have this moment when you are here, right? And then after that, people just get used to you. So it might feel that you are not here, but actually you're just here. It's just that people get used to the fact that you're here. And a lot of artists, a lot of creators, they mistake this for it's not working anymore. But that's not it. It is actually, listen, being trendy is great, it's cool, but that doesn't make you long term. Being trendy, it's exposure, big exposure. People want to see you, etc. That's not really where the work starts. That's really when you can make, I would call it the money time. That's really when you can, you know, people can see you, you can build your brand fast, etc. But then after that, you have to learn to build slow. You have to learn to continue building brick by brick. And even if it doesn't go as fast as in the beginning, that's when you have to find your pace. And a lot of people, they get, I don't know, fame is a drug. So they actually want to be famous. They want to hear people say they love, or we love you, etc. But in reality, the best phase is actually after all that. when you can build in tranquility, you can generate money without, like without stress. I see so many artists that are in their 40s and 50s now, and they had hits, but now the hits are 20 years old, and they just concentrated the last 20 years in trying to stay famous instead of building a catalog that they own. And because of that, they're struggling today, and they have to accept whatever promoter will accept to throw them a little bit of money. They will go take it because they don't have the choice. Because back when their brand were hot, their vision got blurred. The goal got blurred. Because the goal when you are a creator, the goal is never to be famous. The goal is always to express yourself and to create a catalog and something that can sustain you or sustain your family. And then fame arrives. Fame and everything that comes with fame. Fame, fake friends, hoes, etc. This will put you in a position where you lose track of why you are here. You start believing that you are here for the girls. And you forget that was never the objective. It was not even part. Maybe you had a girl already, and all of a sudden, you have so much choice, and then you lose yourself. And now you are doing all these things for the wrong reason. You are working to stay famous because you believe that staying famous will keep you, will keep the money entering and the people loving you. When in reality, that's not the goal. Being famous is always a byproduct of you doing a great job. So I see so many artists today, and every week there's a Zouk artist that goes nuts on Instagram and start spewing nonsense about their career. And you can see that these people are struggling and they're having mental health issues because 20 years ago they didn't do the right choices. They lost their way. Listen, with all the money some people made from shows or CD sales, they could have bought themselves home studios to be independent today, to be able to record tracks like this, like I do. I can record 4 tracks. My microphone is here. I just do this and I'm ready to record. This is a luxury that I bought this microphone for 1,500 euros with the money from a show 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I've been using the same microphone for 20 years to record. And it's amazing quality. Neumann, best mics in the world. And I've been investing on my content, on the place where I create, because the creation of the content is more important for me than anything else, than being famous and all that stuff. But I see all these artists that back in the days when we were having conversation, I was telling them, hey, think long term. They didn't. Nobody thought, let me invest in my own production. Nobody thought, let me invest in my own shows. Nobody said, let me invest in a microphone, my home studio. Nobody used the money they were making to buy a house. Back when buying a house was 5 times less expensive than today, if you could go to the bank with 10% of the money after doing 10 shows when you were hot, today you would own your house. If you own your house and you don't have a rent to pay, the conversation with people is different. When people tell you, hey, I want a show for X, you can tell, oh, my price is Y. I only have X for you. And you say, all right, bye. Then they call you back and they say, okay, I'll pay. Why? Because you don't need that money. You want it, but you don't need it. That's a big difference. And creating a space where you are independent for the future, it makes you way more in tune with your exigencies. You can say no when it's time to say no. And you have no idea the number of shows that I say no every week. Because I can. Because only the people who pay me my price will see me. But if I had no choice and I needed to pay my rent with that money, then I would be at the mercy of the promoters. Right back, what up? Thank you so much. You sent me a DM on IG. Oh, listen, Julie, IG these days, I don't know why I receive so many DMs now. And if I don't read a message on the day, I have to, like, when I have some time and I start like looking for all the messages that I didn't read, that's when I get them. It's easier to send me a DM on Twitter maybe, but I'll find your message. Representing Wada. PN is saying, I've been listening to your music since the 90s. I was a teenager in France and I'm still listening to your music and collabs. I like your personality, your career, business-minded, everything you build, your authenticity, consistency, human being, African, European role model. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much. Wait, I'm receiving a call from, I missed a call from Olivier Dumou. Let me see what he wants. Oh, really? Oui, grand frère, que veux-tu? Que puis-je pour toi? He must be online. You know, about being a role model, it's something that I was so scared about back in 99, 2000. I remember like everyone was going behind me and telling me, okay, what do we do? And me, I was like, I don't know. You guys do what you want. I don't want to be responsible for nobody's choice, because I didn't want to be a leader. But people viewed me as a leader early, and I really had to learn to accept the leadership that people gave me. But I think it's such a responsibility to have somebody's careers in your hand, like I had with a lot of artists. I believe that it's a big responsibility, and it always hurt me when I work with somebody and for whatever reason, from my reasons or their own reasons, where it doesn't work out and they fail. Like, even I would rather somebody stop working with me and they have an exceptional career rather than them following me and it doesn't work out for them. It pains me. That's why, like, I didn't want to accept the role of leadership, role model, etc., because I always was scared to give the wrong advice to people. But with time, I learned to accept my position in the world. Leader, king, pretty boy, porn star. So, let me tell you something that I wanted to talk about. And it's funny because I was watching a singer on Instagram complain about her career and everybody treating her bad and people not treating her to the highestness of her majesty. And I was like, oh, all right. But you know what I was thinking about a few of the markets? I realized how much people are not playing the market right. It's something as I've seen in the Zouk industry and even in the Kizomba industry. When people are asking you, like to do a show, and the relationship between DJs, artists, producers, promoters of shows, nightclubs, in the Zouk and Kizomba industries, it stayed at a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not traditional, but artisanal. It stayed at an artisanal level. See what I mean? It stayed at this thing where it's like if I wanted to distribute this tea at a industrial level, but instead of having a factory do it, I would just do it by hand with people and without the can and without the machines, and we'd continue doing it by hand and putting things by ourselves in a bottle and then selling it in the street by ourselves. Like, even if you are somebody that is selling water in the street, let me just give you a quick example. Let's say you have your own source of water and you have your own special mixture of lemon and mint that you put in your water, but you sell it in the street, right? And people love your water. Imagine you were in the streets of Kinshasa and you have your special taste water that only you know how to do, and you go in the morning, 5 a.m., you have your, I don't know, 120 bottles of water. You have 20 bottles of water, and then you mix them with your own specially made fruit early in the morning. You put them in your fridge, and then when it's time to go, you put them in a geladeira, and then you walk in the streets, and then when the car pass, listen, people buy you a bottle of water for $1. They drink it, they're like, wow, that water is good. And then the next day they see you again on their way to work, and they say, yo, give me 2 bottles of water. And now you start building a clientele, right? But now let's say that your bottles are so good that one of the person who bought your water sent their driver to find you so that they can get your bottles of water for home. And the driver finally sees you and he's like, yo, hey, come here. You're like, yeah, what up? He's like, you want some water? I said, yeah, no. My boss told me to buy like 20 bottles. 20 bottles. Wow, amazing. So normally you do 40 bottles, but you sell them through the day. This guy wants to buy half your stock. Wow. So you go in your gel box, you take 20 bottles, and you sell that person half of your stock. And then you have other people, other clients that come and they tell you like, hey, give me a bottle. Hey, can I have 3 bottles? And listen, usually you start working at 8 a.m. and at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. you done selling all your bottles. And imagine that now, because of the success of your bottles, you sell all your 40 bottles by noon, and the rest of the day you don't have stock anymore. So at noon you run home, you make another stock of bottles, you prepare, or maybe you started doing stocks at home, and then you're ready with a new thing. So you start having regular clients, you start having all these cars that pass by, and 2 or 3 of your clients, they want to buy your bottles 10 by 10. They send their drivers to buy directly. So what you do now, if you're smart, at home you create a stock. At home you buy yourself, with the money you made, you buy yourself a big fridge where you can display, let's say, 200 or 300 little bottles of your water. And you also hire an assistant that can go to your stock when the stock is getting small in the street, and they can buy new bottles. They can bring new bottles from the stock so you can sell them. Now, let's say that your bottle is becoming popular, people talk about it, people want it. So you hire 2-3 people to sell bottles in other parts of town. And now everybody is talking on Twitter, on Instagram about your bottles of water. And people don't know the brand, but they know it's you selling them. So you have to first find a brand. So you call it Fresh Minty. Boom, brand, logo, paf, you start putting stickers on the bottles so that people know what they are. And it becomes a moment where if you have the vision, this is the moment when you have to start leaving the artisanate to become professional and start scaling up with the demand. Because if you sell 100 bottles every day with all your little clientele and all your little vendors, it's cool. But if people want your bottles, if every kid, when they come out of school, they are looking for the bottles, and now you need to have a few stand in front of all the schools to start really selling and having enough stock to sell for every school, because now your brand is starting to pop, and now you have to build an Instagram to talk about it, have a photograph, start doing some ads, etc. You have to professional your artisanate. So you're gonna have to be able to scale up, and let's say now you are selling 1,000 bottles per day. To create these 1,000 bottles, you're gonna need to leave home, get a little place when you can have all your bottles built with your secret formula. You have to hire people that have a DNA contract, and they can build enough bottles, so maybe it's your family, and now you start building a lot of these bottles, right? But then you get a call. You get a call from Pelou store. You get a call from supermarkets saying, yo, listen, we want to buy 20,000 bottles every month. We want to do a contract. We'll pay you 50 cents per bottle. And we want to do a contract on the next 2 years to be part of the store. We will put you here, etc. So now you need to have bottles that look professional. You need to understand where you're gonna source your water, source the bottles, and then do your mixture in a factory now. And then after that, you start scaling up, and maybe you become a Congolese sensation because now you are selling, I don't know, 10,000 bottles of water every hour. Every month, maybe you sell 100,000 bottles of water. You become a success story, right? All this to say that this is something that I didn't see in Zouk and Kizomba. We were artisanate way of working, and everybody just wanted it to stay this way. They want to stay real. They want to stay in the brotherhood. They want all that stuff. And me, I was like, yo, we have to do this. We have to scale up the distribution. We have to do that. We have to go on the internet. Everything I did for me, Sushi Raw, I wanted to do for the rest of everybody. I wanted all the artists to professionalize themselves. I wanted everybody to have microphones at home studios, to learn to do this, to learn to do that, to learn to mix, etc., etc. And everybody told me, yo, stop trying to change our culture. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And today everybody's crying. And I'm like, well, why are you crying? When it was time to professionalize themselves, to start acting as if it was a business, all of you were telling me that you didn't want it to be a business. You wanted to be art. You wanted it to be kumbaya. So why are you crying to me today? There's so many ways to professionalize a business. Let me tell you another story. Put some rainbows in the chat if you're enjoying the conversation. I still have 10 minutes before I go. You know, I have a friend of mine who does big parties in big clubs in Paris. And we sat down with a club owner, a guy who makes party in a club, has a great party that he does in conjunction with a club, etc. And he really wanted a big American artist. So he's telling us a story. Yo, I really wanted this rapper that is massive. So he calls. He's like, okay, it was Paris Fashion Week, and he really wanted this rapper to be part of, just come to the club, sing a song or two, be there, do some photos, drink some champagne, whatever. And he was asking himself, okay, how much is gonna cost me? So he calls the management of this artist, and he says, yo, I want such artist. He would be to come in Paris for Fashion Week and, you know, stay in the club, do some hosting, stay 1-2 hours in the club, sing a song or two, and yeah, how much? So the manager tells him, all right, it's gonna be $100,000 plus private jet to come, go, this presidential suite at this hotel for the artist, and then business suites for the 3 person of his team, management, backup vocal, and bodyguard, plus security there, etc., etc. So more or less, it's gonna cost you, I would say, and of course you have to pay 100% at the reservation. So the guy's trying to negotiate. Okay, can we do it for 80,000? So if I pay for 80,000, then I put the rest of the extra 30,000 on the plane, the hotel, etc., the security, etc. Okay, so let's say, to simplify, that is gonna cost him 100,000 to make these big artists come to Paris for the fashion week, sing a few songs, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 songs, and they sit down there and enjoy the party. So the guy says to himself, okay, this club has a capacity of 5,000 people. We do this amount in bottles, tables. Every table brings us 1,000 euros. We have X amount of tables. So in a night, we can make 30 to 40K. Damn, it's gonna hurt. But because these people have professionalized their business, unlike us, he calls a big guy from Moet and Chandon. Calls the guy from Moet and Chandon, which is a brand of champagne, and he tells them, hey, hi, listen, so the guy from Moet and Chandon is actually a customer who comes to the club from time to time, takes a table, and he's there chilling. All good. So this guy, next time he goes to the club, he says, hey, I would love to have a business conversation with you. Oh, yeah. When can we meet? You want to pass by to the office tomorrow? Nah, let me invite you to dinner tomorrow. All right, perfect. Tomorrow, this is my card, blah, 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 blah. Cool. The next day, they sit down. He sits down with the guy from Moet and Chandon, and he says, oh, listen, I'm bringing this rapper. It's a true story. Eh? I want to bring this rapper to the club. Of course, the club, it's a little heavy for the club. The club might follow me, but only if I bring a sponsor. So I would love to know if you want to be associated with this event. We'll put your logo in big everywhere, in all the screens, and we will only sell bottles on that event from Moet and Chandon, or maybe the LVMH group, as you wish. And we need 150,000 euros to make it happen. The guy from Moet and Chandon is like, well, all right, that's a lot of money. So who's the rapper? The guy say, yeah, this guy. The guy's like, oh, yeah, I heard about him, but okay, listen, let me see a few things and I'll call you back. So the guy from Moet go to office and he asks around, hey, do you know this guy, this rapper? And everybody's, yeah, of course. All the young people, they're like, yeah, oh my God, yeah. Okay, do you think we should do an event with him? Oh, that would be amazing. Okay, cool. Goes home and he's with his son, Charles. And he tells Charles, hey, do you know this rapper? And the son says, of course, Dad. I have all his records. This is my favorite rapper in the world. Look, he sings this and he sings this, and he has muscles and The son is like, little white boy, and his 2 friends are like, yeah, and they start rapping the songs, and the guy's like, oh, So you really like him. He's like, oh my God, listen, Dad, like, and you know, when you are a millionaire or a hotshot or even a celebrity like me, your kids don't really care because you've always been famous to them. So to them, you're just dad. But if you could bring your son to meet his favorite rapper, now you become the hero to your son. So he calls the guy from the club and he tells him, hey, yo, listen, I've been thinking about the proposal. If you can make it happen that the rapper comes to dinner before the event in a restaurant that we will pay. We take them to the restaurant at the Peninsula, for example. We take them here, and I want my son and his friends, so he's my son and his two best friends, to dinner. I want to make them the surprise when the rapper comes, and boom, he takes a picture with my son. He, talks a little bit with him, calls him by his name. If you can make this happen, I unlock the 150,000 euros. So my guy from the parties calls the manager of the artist. Yo, listen, if you can put it in a contract that the artist will come dinner with our sponsor and his kid, we send you the money tomorrow. So the manager is like, oh, should be okay. Give me a second. The manager called the artist. Yo, I have 100K for you for a show in Paris for Fashion Week, but you need to do this and this and this. All good for you? The rapper says, yeah, all good for me. All right. The manager calls the guy and says, all good. Transfer the money to this address, and then, of course, before we sign the contract with all things that, etc., etc. So the guy calls Moet and Chandon guy. He says, all good. So the Moet and Chandon says, all good. Talk to my secretary and make everything happen. Let's sign all the contract. Let's keep it moving. Unlocks the money on his side. Boom. The guy goes to the club he works for and says, hey, for Fashion Week in the party, I have this artist. What? How? Don't worry. We have this artist, and he's gonna cost this amount, but he's gonna be paid by such and such. So start doing the flyers, everything. We are doing the contracts and everything. All right. A month passed by. The guy from Moet and Chandon is there, and he tells his son, hey, tonight I'm taking you to dinner with your best friends. Yeah, where? Peninsula. And the kids, they just want McDonald's or sushi, but he's like, nah, you guys are coming with me. You can dress the way you want. Yeah, dress hip-hop if you want. All good, So he takes them to the dinner. Boom. They're there at the table. Daddy's talking business with his team, and he has like photographs and cameras, and they don't care. They're just there, and they're like, oh my God, he's boring, like all these people and all of a sudden arrives the big American rapper that they love. And you know what the rapper does? He's like, hey Charles, what up Lucas? What up Luis? He knows our name. The kids go crazy. Oh my God. Yo, what up? Pop, boom. They take their phones. They hear Instagramming, putting stories. Oh my God, we are with the rapper. Take photos, etc. And the promoter of the club is here. The owner of the club is here, and everybody's looking at the kids being happy. And the guy from Moet and Chandon is there with teary eyes because his son is so happy. And he goes to his dad. His dad's like, so you like the surprise? The kid embraces his dad and he's like, you're the best dad in the world. Oh my God, I can't believe I have a photo with X. Yeah, listen. He's there, talks to the guy. So, you know, my song, sing me my songs. They're there, they're rapping together. The guy and the rapper is, you know, entertaining the kids. The kids are 16, 15, 14, I don't know. And it's an amazing moment. Now, the CEO, the guy from Moet and Chandon, it's not the CEO, but the guy from Moet and Chandon is like, brings to the rapper his best bottles, the special bottle, 30 years of age that they did. Listen, this is a special bottle for you and your team. Those bottles cost 20,000. It's a gift from us, and know that in your hotel room, every bottle from the LVMH that you will, it's on us, etc. And in the club, it's the same thing. Everything is on us. So the guy's like, thank you. And listen, it's a pleasure to have you here. Can we do a photo? They do the photo, and everybody's like. So by 10 p.m., 11 p.m., the kids are done eating. It's time for them to get the fuck out. So the driver takes the kid. They go. They say bye again to the rapper. They're like, oh, and then everybody, the kids leave, and they are so happy. It's amazing. They wish they could have seen the show, but they are still too young. Once the kids are far away, the owner of the club, the guy from the club, he knows that the guy from the company, he likes these nice Brazilian type Latina girls. So all of a sudden, there's 5 of them coming out of nowhere, and they sit at the table, and he's like, yeah, listen. And then everybody go to the club, and it's a success. The club is full of people, and all these people, because they want to see the rapper, everybody, they paid to get there. They took bottles. And listen, on that night, the club makes 60,000 euros without even having to pay the rapper to be in the club. So when they arrive, the DJ stop. Oh my God, thing is here. Everybody's live. Everybody's with their phone. Everybody go crazy. He goes, sit down at the table. He's there, goes to the DJ booth, starts singing his famous tunes, 1, 2, 3 tunes. It's amazing. And then after that, goes to the table, stay there with all the girls, with the guy from the LVMH, from the Moet and Chandon, and everybody's happy. After 2 hours, the artists go with some girls. They go to the hotel, or they go to an after party, whatever. They go on their way. The guy from the brand also takes a girl. He's happy. Amazing thing. Photos everywhere. All good. The next day, all the photos are on Instagram. It's an amazing operation. Moet and Chandon put the photos on their stories on Instagram. The club put photos on their stories. Everybody tagged themselves. Amazing communication experience. Perfect. Everything went according to plan. There's photos everywhere of the artists holding the bottles of the new champagne from Moet, etc., etc. amazing publicity, and the big CEO of LVMH calls the guy to tell him, yo, congratulations on this beautiful publicity you did for the brand. Let's dinner, because guys like you are good for the company. So the guy calls the guy from the club and tells him, hey, listen, starting now, every time you have a big artist that you want to bring, we want to be the first to propose sponsoring. We have a budget that we're going to do. Listen, every 2 months, we can do a big party like this. We are your partner. Or if you ever do a festival where you need more money, like 300, 400, we here. You want to bring a David Guetta, etc. We here. We are now partners. So the club tells him, yo, amazing. Yesterday, you now is a partner of the club. The guy calls the manager of the artist and tells him, hey, listen, if you have other artists like this, we would love to do a collaboration and bring one every 2 months. And the guy said, yeah, of course. I have such and such, Rihanna, this, that. Yeah. I can have anybody you want. Okay, perfect. And now a beautiful ecosystem is born. And the people who really have a lot of money can pay the expenses that to bring artists that the door cannot pay. And see, when I was talking to the promoters and the people in the Zouk industry, I was always asking myself, why do you want to risk by only paying us with the money from the door? Okay, you have 400 person coming for a show and they all pay 20, so you're going to make 8,000. If your show is full, if your place is full, good, you can pay us our money. But if it's not that much people, or if you want to do ladies free for the ladies, you can't. Why don't you go out of the artisanate and create a system like these people? Find brands that are selling stuff like, instead of LVMH, it could be Dillon Rum. It could be brands. Listen, maybe not somebody that will give 150 because our market is way more niche. But bro, a sponsor that have 5,000 is enough to pay the cachet of some artists, plus your security and your DJ. And at least nobody's stressed when the show is here. When the artist, you are doing the contract with the artist, you can already pay them to come with no stress. And if the place is full, cool. If it's not full, cool. Everybody is happy anyway, because nobody's losing money. And the brand is here. The brand is happy that you make some photos with them, and maybe you can have 2 or 3 sponsors. You go, you get a restaurant in your area that is willing to give 1,000 and free food, so that when the artists come, they have to go eat at the restaurant, do the photo with the restaurant. All these operations. Why nobody does this? And I never had an idea why nobody is able to professionalize themselves. It's as if people were scared to sell out, or to make it a business. And now we are artists, and it's about the artistry, it's about Zouk, it's about Kizomba. And me, I was like, it's a business. We are selling something to customers. We are selling songs. We are selling a show. We are selling music in a club. All this is products, clients, clientele, product, offer, demand. It's called economy. why nobody wants to do stuff that is good for the economy, so that if everybody has the right sponsors that are really willing to pay, to put some money on, maybe multi-year money. You do a contract with a brand for the next 2 years. They're saying, we're gonna give you every month this amount for all the parties, and we want our logo all the time. Now you can bring artists with confidence because you have the money to pay them. And listen, I entered the Zouk and the Kizomba market with this mindset, and what everybody was telling me was, nah, you know, we'd rather be a big fish in a small pond. And I was like, what kind of mentality is this? No, because in the sea, you know, the big fish becomes a small fish in the sea. If you in a small pond, you huge. And I was like, or you can be a monster calamar, or a big baleine, or a big whale in the ocean, or you can be a whole island or a volcano in the middle of the sea. No, we'd rather stay small, and you know, it's more true, and it's brotherhood. And it was like, and now they all call me crying. You okay? How did you manage to make things good for you and us? And I'm like, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this conversation about the business. Frankie saying, unfortunately, some people need to be led to the point of being bossing around to succeed. It's needed to apply a K-pop industry type of management for Zouk artists nowadays. That is a very true comment. Much love. It's about having a poor mindset. Listen, that's crazy. Listen, I've never seen such a poor mindset. You know, even in the Congolese industry, there's a reason why Fally Ipupa is where he is and the rest is not. It's the mindset, it's the people around him, it's the professionalism, it's the way the brand has been set to a certain level, and at a moment they decide to branch out of just Congolese for Congo or Lingala, and that's why it's there. And all you have to do is study what they do and replicate for yourself. But most people, they prefer hating. Emmanuel Etienne, what up, sister? I hope you're doing good. Thank you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this conversation, and if you did, put a lot of Rambos in the chat, and I will see you Wednesday. Yeah, it's not Wednesday. Tuesday is my mom's birthday, so I'm gonna be celebrating with her because I'm lucky to have her in Lisbon for the last 2 months, and so I'll tell you how everything went, and I'm gonna leave you with my new joint. Where is it? What's wrong with all my playlists? It's a track that so for those who were there in the intro, probably heard it. It's a track with my boys from a group called Organize that, you know, I've been working with them since they were 16, back in 94. We did a lot of shows together in the beginning. We were all trying to, you know, to make it. And yeah, we decided to do a track together called Girls Girls. So my people, always a pleasure to talk to you guys. I'm starving, so I'm gonna order myself something to eat. It's already 11 p.m. here in Lisbon. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you so much for being here. Jujuzão, glad to have you back. I'm gonna check your message. Send me a message now that just anything, just something that just says hi, so that your message can be up on my list of DMs, so I can see what's up with you. And yeah, bless to everybody. Don't forget to listen to my new album, Diaspora Deluxe, that is out. Don't forget to go to my website, sushiraw.com or esro.co. There it is, esro.co. I don't know why my image always comes blurred like this one. So this is the track Girls Girls by Kaysha and Organize, and I will see you Wednesday. Bless.
All the things you want is fine. What you gonna find within all these roses? Never so, gotta know it's alone. What you gotta know is all about a song. So many faces, many ways. I'm calling to tell you that I'm still loving you. And I know you won't like it. When I came to her, make me feel about this like I'm needing her. I hope you're gonna strike it, but she never knows. She said she knows about us, like a freaky hole. I kinda know it's all about this and your anger. Make me feel about the thing that make me linger. Oh, thing that at home I could make you. Reason to feed your love, your head, I wish you better. From New York to Mexico, I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, I in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem, and you can prove of Africa.
Girls in my girls world. Girls with birth that do the right Brazilian, that makes my eyes blur. Fat booties, of course, without germs. I'm a bad boy, except I ain't Diddy. Swerve and masturbate, I ain't with it. So girl, if you wanna take me to your teepee, make sure you're ready to play that stoosh pee-pee. Like ring around, my style, suck a dickable, not the huckable. Big breast, hope you be your boy, I'm black dickable. Calling girls Indian and I'm a cowboy. Big thing, despicable. Keep it low, no media drama. I got my girl and she's a bad mama. You got your man, he got too much muscle. Girls, girls, I like but no hustle.
Girls from New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, I in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem, and you can from Africa.
Shake your body, body, work your body, body. Move your fingers, twist the punani. Put my shit down in your radio. Wave your hands, girls, ready for the show. Licking, whipping, hot chicks, lesbian. Ready with the champion, ready for partying. Don't tell your broker that you're here with me. Vai gostosa, come here and follow me.
Girls from New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, I in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco. Germany, she nigga from Jamaica. Jerusalem, and you can from Africa. From New York to Mexico. I'm embarrassed, girl from Toronto. West Indies, I in the area. From Prague, Budapest, girl from Bratislava. From Tokyo, Rio de Janeiro, Miami, Dubai, girls from Morocco.